Good morning, Bob. Just kicking back here, stroking the kitty. Having a little quality time here. Now he's going to have a little quality time with a brush. Good morning, Janine. Starting to get a few people here now. Excuse you. Tickled his nose so much with a brush he sneezed. Now you just want the attention, right? Guess that one's a little slow, huh? I was running a little bit late this morning getting going on this one, so I didn't get the clocks wound. So that one is kind of driven by a spring. So as the spring kind of unwinds, there's less tension and this clock slows down a little. So that's what's going on there. Good morning, Yvonne. Morning, Connie. Morning, Suzanne. How's everybody doing today on this wonderful Sunday? We're going to get some rain tomorrow, I'm told. It kind of popped up real quick, and I suspect it's probably related to the hurricane. I was actually looking at, let's see if I can find it here. I found a map that kind of showed what Texas is going to look like. The question is, can I find it? After all that, there it is. So yeah, that kind of shows. Let's get it centered there. You can see Waco in the top there. The most powerful is going to be the yellow, but as the storm moves ashore, it'll weaken, and that's kind of what happens because once the ocean isn't there anymore, there's nothing to create the engine to keep it powerful. So when it makes landfall, it'll break up. But yeah, we're supposed to get some rain and some wind tomorrow. Anything interesting happens, I'll live stream it. Count on it. Yeah, it's been hot here too. It's supposed to be down to 80 tomorrow though, but then over the next week it's going to creep back up to 100 again. That's just the way it works here in Texas. You don't like the heat? Get out of the oven. Morning, Darth. $117. Okay, that's more. That's a little bit more than what we're doing. We're into the low hundreds, but with the humidity, they're saying that's 105 feels like temperature. So I just stay in a lot. Things have been going well, Darth. Thank you. Yeah, we get wind around here, quite a bit. I don't expect anything serious. Oh, I forgot. Yeah, I was kind of late getting going with the live stream this morning, and there's something I forgot to do. So hang on. Speaking of the garden here, got some of the first tomatoes off the vine, and I'm going to snack on them, and you're going to get to watch me eat them. Look at that, though. That's the harvest so far. And I've tried them. I've popped a few of them off the vine. They're delicious. They're really sweet. You think of little teeny tiny tomatoes like that, you think they're going to be like spicy or sour or something like that, but they aren't. They're really sweet. So yeah, that one's probably one of the biggest ones right there. That's probably, you look at it on that dimension, it's probably about the size of a dime. So pretty small, but really good. Mm. I love tomatoes to begin with. So that's awesome. Yeah, that's me. It's very rare that tomatoes actually make it into the house. Usually, it's just right off the vine and into my mouth. Yeah, really sweet. Yeah, really sweet tomatoes. I don't think they're going to make it to a salad, Suzanne. I'll plow through these before the end of the live stream. I'm looking to vine out there. There's hundreds more of them out there, so we're going to get a good harvest this year. It's all the little ones so far. I've gotten one big one, but all the beefsteak tomato plants, they're still alive. They're still growing. They just aren't producing yet. It seems to me that was the case last year too. That the bigger tomatoes kind of produce later in the season. Let's shift my water around here a little bit. It's a start, Darth. It's a start. Read a funny comic the other day. I think it was online. It was talking about people who grow tomatoes, and you really think about it, it's really kind of an inefficient thing. It's more fun to do than anything else because, I put $100 worth of soil into the planter, a bunch of time, though all that stick work to build the trellis thing to hold it all together, that was more time. Planting them, watering them, doing all that. And congratulations, I now saved myself $3 at the grocery store. Oh well, strawberry plants are still alive, but I don't know. I don't know what they're going to do this year. They're growing. Well, the only way that Biden can be forced out is if they do that 25th Amendment thing. And that involves his cabinet and all that getting behind him and pushing on that. And they're not going to do that. And Biden, I mean, the DNC may persuade him at some point to back out, but I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen. No beans. No, I didn't grow any. I didn't grow any beans this year. Mine would be the magical types anyway. Yeah, that's pretty much what it is. In my case, Connie, like I said, this is the first time I've had enough of them at one time. Primarily because I haven't looked at the vine in a couple days. Because generally I don't go out there and look at it on work nights, especially if I get home after dark. I've heard suggestions that the Jill is the reason he's still there. She likes being treated like royalty, and that's a really weird family. Let's just put it that way. Because it seems like she would be the first person to, that would want to protect her husband. It's like Why allow him to be humiliated on the public stage that way? The whole world is watching. They're all laughing at us. And you like being treated like royalty. Yikes. Yeah, Hunter too. The only reason to do that would be if he's selling influence, because that's the only thing that he has of any value. He's not any. He doesn't have any knowledge with any of those businesses they were letting him run. It was just it was a way of funneling money to the Biden family. Yeah, I got to admit, I don't know that much about him. I know what I've heard, and he's kind of a political chameleon. He'll become whatever he has to be to get elected. So 50 years ago, he was a racist and a segregationist. Yeah, Obama's back there somewhere too. Well, Joe is definitely the best person in the world Trump could ever run against. I don't know if we'll be seeing Rhonda. I didn't hear anything. Sometimes she posts on Facebook, but I don't know. Let's take a look here, see if she posted anything. Yeah, the whole screen isn't loading. Stupid Facebook. Yeah, exactly. It was. They're acting like, oh, we didn't know. It's like, dude, I knew in 2020. That was my main reason for being opposed to him is that he was a dementia patient. He's only gotten worse. You knew it too. Everybody knew it. Just you didn't want to say it. You covered it up. The media, not you and my audience. The media and the Democrats. She did post. Okay, good. Yeah, I hope she does show up. It's been a while. There we go. Finally loaded the whole page now here. Okay, so I guess she didn't post anything, but yeah, well, there's some people still haven't heard the narrative yet. Oh yeah, that's my Texas Chainsaw Massacre shirt. Got that at the actual gas station that the original movie was filmed at. Been there a couple times. Jordan's a huge fan. When we drove here from California the first time. We spent the night there because they got these little cabins And then one of the later visits that Jordan made, he wanted to go again, so we went and had barbecue and just hung out there for a little while. I haven't heard the interview yet, but I was listening to Mark Levin before the live stream started, and um, he said, the day I was listening to, which was I think Monday of last week, um, was the day that interview was done. So Mark said he was going to play it live, so I'll listen to it when it comes in, and of course, get Mark's comments on it. Yeah, I didn't watch the debate at the time it happened. I was at work. I really wasn't interested in it. And then when I started hearing people talk about it, I said I got to see this, and I found it online and streamed it. And it's like, oh man, was that a horrible debate? That was crash and burn. That was Hindenburg, oh the humanity debate. Just that was horrible. I mean, anybody has any questions about which side, who they're going to vote for after that debate? I mean, and we all know that's what happened. Everybody's in panic mode now because something that was cheap fakes 2 weeks ago is suddenly on CNN. Well, that's going to be part of the interesting part of this because the DNC doesn't want Kamala either, and she's not going to go. She's not going to go quietly. She wants to be the first female president of the United States, and she's not going to allow herself to be walked off. And so she's going to put up a fight for it. And that's going to create all sorts of turmoil in the Democrat Party. They can't just go put Newsom and somebody else in. Yeah, I'm long past the point where I dislike the man. I feel sorry for him at this point. That there's not somebody in his life that say, "Hey, it's time to stop. This can't go on." I don't think Megan's going to be anywhere near the queen. I mean, the whole rest of the family would have to be wiped out before that happened. Yeah, lights are on, but nobody's home. His cheese slid off his cracker. Elevator doesn't go to the top floor. No, it isn't stocked yet. I moved some of the big pieces over to it. That's for now, I think, going to be the real conversational pieces. So the really impressive pieces, that's going to go in there. But I got a lot of room to grow, and I like that. And by moving some of the big pieces out of the cabinet behind the couch here and into there, that frees up a lot of free space in there. And we'll kind of fiddle around with that, over the next few weeks and get that all straightened out. But yeah, I think it looks really great. It turned out great. I'm happy that it worked out well, and it also allowed me to get all that junk I had off the top of the desk because I actually have the really big pieces up on top there. You can see the two big quartz crystal clusters and the amethyst cathedral are all up on top, and they look really good. It looks a lot neater in there. I got all those books and all that junk that was up there off of there. And yeah, I think it looks good. The only thing that I got up there now from before is on that top shelf there. Let's see, right there. And sorry, I'm never going to be a weather forecaster. And right there, those are a couple of gargoyles, and those were up there before, and they're still up there. Everything else was moved out, though. It turned out great, though. I'm really happy with it. Need some fish. Yeah, I don't know. That'd be hard without a front, and I don't want to. I don't really want my rocks in the water anyway. Yeah, I'm really happy with how it turned out. But you can see now how much more space I have down there. There's a lot of empty space over there right now. Let's get the mouse up here. So a lot of room to grow. That clock is still in the mechanic shop. He's the clock repair guy. You remember like 15 months ago, I did a vlog where I went over there, over in Lampasas, and you know brought the clock over. Yeah, he's still working on it. In fact, I contacted him a week or two ago and said, "Hey, what gives?" And he says, "Oh yeah, I'm sorry, I'm still way behind. I got 9 clocks in front of you." So, I don't know. We'll see. I'll give him a little bit more time, and if not, I may just go pick it up and bring it over to this guy. Bring it over to Moses over at the Heritage Clock and Watch Place. He did the other 2 clocks, and he did an excellent job on those. And in both cases, gave me a very short turn time and delivered it faster than he said. So I don't know. I guess it says one thing that the guy is so busy that he can't keep up with the work. That maybe he's a pro and he's got a good reputation, but you know what? Moses did a really good job too, and he didn't hold on to a clock for more than a year. No, but I'm thinking about heading over to the Rock Place today. They had a virtual sale on July 4th, but apparently it was a live stream thing they did, but apparently they didn't get enough people in there, so they didn't sell anything. But there's that one piece I've been wanting that hopefully I'm hoping they got now, and we'll try and pick that up and see what else they have. No, we ain't doing that, Darth. Well, it's also a sign that I have a little bit of expendable income, and that's something that I haven't been able to say for a long time. So it's really nice to be able to, have a little money just to enjoy on something that I like doing. And it's not like I'm wasting my money or anything. These things are all an investment. See, I'm not divorced or married, so I don't have to worry about that either. Although there would be a weird sense of satisfaction of paying off a divorce settlement with rocks. Well, that's how it works. Yeah, I got no money. Well, rocks do exactly. Yeah, I'm not going to do that though, because I'd have to give up my DVDs. What did I do on the fourth? Really, I absolutely did nothing. I had finished up with the table the previous day, or the display case the previous day, and I just kind of relaxed and did what I wanted to do. Yeah, we're going to supposedly get a little rain tomorrow. They're saying 90% chance of rain and some wind and stuff like that. So we're going to be on kind of the trailing end of it. But see, I'm 200, 250 miles inland, so it's already going to have died off quite a bit. I'll keep an eye out though. If something interesting happens, I'll live stream it. Just saying. Yeah, and I'm going to be on the edge of the storm. The storm's going to move east of us. The center of the storm where it's most powerful. But those fringes do get some. They can get some serious rain. See, that's what I like about Flash. Flash is an autopilot pet. She'll take care of herself. She'll find some place to hide. That one's a little fast. I got to slow that one down a little bit. That was 11:30, but it's 11:28. Yeah, well, I know that there's hurricanes that come in off the Gulf. They don't usually come ashore Texas. They're usually coming ashore in Florida or someplace like that. But yeah, I don't think Dallas will get it as strong as we will, though. I'm looking forward to seeing what happens. It's going to be my first uh, Atlantic hurricane or Atlantic. I'm not even going to call it a hurricane because it won't be a hurricane by the time it gets here. An Atlantic, um, you know, uh, powerful storm, hurricane remnant. I guess would be the word I'd use. I think I went through one or two of them, like when I was a kid when I lived in California. So I am kind of interested in that. Be fun to see what happens. We'll watch it all day tomorrow. I don't know. Maybe I'll live stream it. Maybe I'll do a vlog on it. There we go. Yeah, get the kites out. That would be fun too. It's funny. The cuckoo clock was right on the money. The antique clock, it's a couple minutes slow. You gonna come visit? Bye. Hmm. Come on, Bite. Your audience is waiting for you. There's Bite. He just needs to be coaxed up here sometimes. I don't know. I don't know what the deal is with Rhonda. Yeah, I haven't seen Susan for a while either. Oh, Nibble's in her room doing her thing. You know, she's just not very sociable. She's out and about when it's just me and stuff like that. But for the most part, she's in her room. I think she and her brother both sleep on the couch during the day when I'm at work. Yeah, she's fine. It was only her brother who turned out to be the sociable one. What I did is I took some of the rocks out of the old case and put them into the new one. The new one is going to, I think, going to be kind of the showcase, if you will, the best of the best. And so I'm putting my favorite stuff in there, and then the other one will have some of the maybe smaller or less impressive pieces, or things that are just cool for one reason or another. Did you notice we're looking at you, Bite? How do I keep my water cold? Actually, what I do, um, these glasses are like really thick glass. So before usually the morning of a live stream, I'll take a couple of those glasses and I'll put it in the freezer. So the glass itself gets cold. And then like 20 or 30 minutes before the live stream, I'll fill it up with water, put it back in the freezer, and there'll be a fairly thin layer of ice on it by the time the live stream starts. And that usually keeps the water cold for the bulk of the live stream. Eventually it warms up and then you just gotta live with it. But I guess Spike ditched us here. He's actually still here. He's just decided to lay down on the couch here. Ow. Yeah, not exhausted, just lazy, aren't you? Yes, you are. You're lazy. What was that? Better stop doing that or we'll get a lot of cat hair all over the place because that's how it always works. So I got a big spot of something on my glasses here. It's a little better. How's work? Work is well, it was a really short week this week because we got the fourth off. That would normally be a work day, so it was like a 5 day weekend last week, which was really nice. Uh, but I don't know if they're ever going to agree to give us a day off again because uh, you have to shut the lines down when you take a day off, and it was murder getting the lines back up on Friday when we went in, and then Saturday morning when I came in, they'd had a power failure the night before, and it knocked all the systems offline, and we still didn't have anything running really when we left work yesterday. So yesterday was quite a day. It's amazing what a stupid little power failure will do, but it knocked everything offline. It was a mess. Needless to say, I was glad to get home last night. No, it took out a bunch of buildings. In fact, I wondered if something was wrong. Well, I knew they had a power failure because when I got up, there was a text message from the boss say, hey, they had a power failure last night. Get ready for a fun day. And when I was driving into work, I noticed that like a couple of blocks away, one of the traffic signals was blinking, and so that had been affected by the power failure too. And you know, it just it was just a little glitch. It was the power was out for like 5 seconds, but it just cascaded, got really ugly. Like I said, we still hadn't gotten very far from from our day there. We thought we made really great progress, but then something else went wrong right at the end of the day, and that put everything on hold. It was quite a day. Those of you wondering, I'm eating tomatoes fresh off the vine from the yard here. Hey, Jeff. Hi, right back. Yeah, they seem harmless. I began looking at it. Yeah, I've taken a look at the website for the park and kind of figured out how I want to do things. And looking to probably, like I said, I'm planning on splurging. I think for the while I'm there, I'm not gonna go budget like we normally do on trips. I'm gonna, spend some money and pamper myself. I've worked hard and I deserve it. I think. You're from India, okay? All right, that's good. I think you mentioned that last week too. I said that's kind of cool. We got people checking in from India. I don't think anything will get my mind off rocks. You may very well be right, Yvonne. Nah, stick with it. It's probably the truth. I know the type. Yeah, we're supposed to get a little rain here, maybe tomorrow, Jeff. They're saying 90%. We're in the cone, definitely, but I'm 250 miles inland, so it'll pretty much just be maybe a lot of rain and a little bit of wind. Yeah, I do like weather events. If anything happens, I'll probably I'll probably live stream it or vlog it or something. Remember, it was just a month ago that I did what was the most powerful storm I've ever seen here in Texas. So it'd be bizarre if there was an even more powerful one. I was looking; it's actually one of my most popular videos in the last month. I guess maybe you can kind of tell I was excited about it too because it wasn't even a vlog I planned. I just said, man, it's really coming down. No, I haven't seen Tracy. It's true. That's okay. I mean, people can't come every week. I understand you have a life. Yeah, I've heard that saying used about Florida and other places too. Heard it said about the Midwest also. Don't like the weather? Wait 20 minutes. Yeah, well, I don't know, but doesn't seem to be causing any harm. According to the little dialogue on the screen here, there's going to be an ad coming up in about 20 seconds here. So, been a lot of Joe Biden ads popping up on YouTube lately. So, if that's what you see, yeah, I don't endorse that. Thank you, Jeff. I appreciate that. That's really nice of you. We'll make sure that everybody gets something here nice. Oh, Elvis is here. All right. Elvis is in the building. How many other live streams do you get to go to where you can talk to Elvis Presley? Not many, I gather. Oh, we got some maybe hurricane rain coming tomorrow. Looking forward to that. What's what sound? I mean, obviously, whatever the sound is, it's Elvis Presley. Sounds like a cat. Well, there is a cat here. Or this cat hasn't been making any noise. Is it in the background? Because I got the dishwasher running in the kitchen. Got your bass in your hands right now. Huh? Why don't you play us something? Right now, I'm putting the big rocks on the new shelf. And you remember those big crystals I have, they're on the top row there. So I don't know, I could never be a weather reporter here. That's my big amethyst and those big 2 quartz crystals. So I got those up there. And then I'm kind of using this cabinet here for, like my show pieces. I think the best pieces there are going to go in there. You're merely spastic this morning, huh? We have a request to go chicken and Nibble. Do we want to go see Nibble? I suppose we could do that. Got to unplug here. Give me a second. Jeff's going to go get something to eat and checking out. Okay. Yeah, we have to take Jeff as long as we can get him. Let's see where Nibble is. Oh, she's in her little cat box today. So yeah, she's doing her thing. She's doing what cats usually do in the afternoon, sleep. But there's a little sweetie. You got anything you want to say? No? Okay. Back out to the live stream. Actually, we never left the live stream, did we? We just left the living room. I get problems keeping track of those things. Okay. Let's get down here. Let's get plugged back in. Okay. Actually quite a production to get up and go mobile like that. It's Nibble, by the way, Bob. That'd be a whole different conversation if it was that other thing. Yeah, she likes to chill. Nothing happening with the kitchen cabinets right now. I get, if it, I guess I kind of want this to go easy, and I get a little discouraged when it doesn't go easy. But I don't know. It'll happen at some point, just matter when. Hey, Nancy. Haven't seen you in a while. I wasn't aware of anything 4th of July. I had to go to work on Friday morning, so I kind of went to bed early. I didn't hear any fireworks this year. I didn't go to the Waco 4th of July thing this year. A couple years ago, you remember I went and saw the Commodores play. They were great. And then last year, I just went down and watched the fireworks. Didn't even do that this time. Like I said, 4th of July was just kind of a kickback day for me. I did very little. But I guess fireworks are illegal in the city limits, so they sell them. They sell the good stuff. Yep, that clock is definitely a little fast. It's 11:58, not 12. Yeah, the company I work for runs 24/7, so there's 4 shifts. They're 12-hour shifts, and so I'm on 3 days and off 4 days, and on 4 days and off 3 days, and that's just how it works. I don't think it's a problem with the cows. I think it's inflation. It costs so much more to do everything now that everything's got to go up, except our salaries, of course. Exactly, Yvonne. I know it's out of control. I mean, I'm actually in pretty lucky shape because while things are so much more expensive now than they were, my salary has gone up a lot just because of the moves I made in the company. So I've been able to stay ahead of it. But there's a lot of people that are hurting right now. Yeah, I've heard a lot of people having to choose like between heating their house or cooling their house and eating. That's a sad situation. Yeah, we got to vote him out, definitely. I almost kind of want him to stay in until the election, though, and get voted out, because if they replace him between now and the election, it's going to be an issue, because then the next person they bring in to replace him is going to say, well, see all the bad stuff that happened. It wasn't because liberalism doesn't work. It isn't because Marxism doesn't work. It's because Joe Biden was senile and didn't know what he was doing. And there's enough people out there that will believe that. Yeah, I agree with you, Donna. Make America great again, again. See, that's what I thought his slogan should be this time. Because I mean, he did carry out that promise in his first 4 years. So, and now it's not great again anymore. So make it great again, again. And that one's about 3 minutes slow. Like I said earlier, that last clock that was going off, that one's driven by a spring that you wind up versus weights on the other two. And so with springs, one of the things that happens is as the spring unwinds, it there's less tension to drive the mechanism. No, it's Andorian ale. Yeah, I know it's you wonder at this point, can we even can we even pull back on this? And we still haven't factored in the voting fraud. Right, that's always been my argument. I've got kind of an expanded version of that, Darth, and that is all you have to do to believe that Biden and Harris won the presidency is believe that a dementia patient who has a racist past is 50 years in government and nothing to show for it, and a candidate who was so unpopular she dropped out before the first primary somehow got more votes than any candidate ever. And there's no way that happened. I'm sorry. Call me a conspiracy theorist if you want. I was a conspiracy theorist 2 weeks ago when I was saying that, yeah, no, those aren't cheap fake videos. That's real. Well, I mean, I don't insist that in order to be a viewer, you have to come to every live stream. If you can't do it sometimes, that's great. The rest of us are here. It makes it interesting if it's not the same, 30 people every week. Get some different people in here, some new get some new topics. Yeah, no canvassing, no voter harvesting, no very limited mail-in ballots. We gotta get back to the point where elections were secure. I mean, we got states like New York and California who are giving illegal aliens the right to vote in local elections, but you know, what's to keep them from voting for the president? Well, this has been going on since the 70s. Well, I think Trump was on the right path with that. Build the wall. We need to finish that wall, and we need to deport the ones that are here. Yeah, I heard that about Tupperware and John Deere. And I also remember when Trump was here, there was one of the auto manufacturers was talking about moving to Mexico, and Trump talked him out of it. He talked him into moving to staying here in the U.S. You know, that's the difference between a Trump and a Biden. It doesn't. It drags down the wage scale. And that's putting it nicely, Yvonne. And you work for your Social Security. And our vets, they're the ones that we should be helping the most. Social Security, Medicare, Obamacare. See, that's the whole scheme. It isn't about caring about what's happening in other countries. It's about importing more voters. There's no can there is there any question about it? It's just we just got to see if we've gone too far down the road to turn around. I don't know. Let's talk about something else. I want to have fun, not argue politics. It's too depressing of a subject. I don't know what's for dinner yet. I got to run to the grocery store because the refrigerator's kind of empty. So maybe we'll figure it out when we get there. You want to make a potato salad? All right. Well, Get going. No, I don't go out and do restaurants very often. And when I do, go hit a restaurant, it's usually for the vlog. But that Chicago pizza place was really good. A little pricey, but and I can't imagine what it is now. I did see the copycat recipe. I mean, it doesn't seem like it should be too difficult. It's ground beef, it's onion rings, it's barbecue sauce, and it's bacon and it's cheese. It's a matter of finding the right barbecue sauce. I think that's the key to it. Oh yeah, that'll be exciting. Yeah, let's go down the pasta aisle. Yeah, yeah, this is gonna be great. Oh man, wait till you see this new cat food they got. Meow. You gonna come up and visit? Come on, buddy. Meow. Here he comes. Look who's back. I think they're implying that you're fat, bite. That would be an excellent follow-up, Darth, with a three-part series on paint drying. Right? You'd watch that, wouldn't you, bite? Do you want a treat? That's probably the only reason you're here, right? What happens when I don't let go of it? Milkshakes are good too. Yeah, I've made milkshakes before. They're pretty good. Pretty easy. Little ice cream, little milk, pop it in the blender. Tried Rocky Road milkshake once, and the marshmallows and almonds kept getting stuck in the straw. Yeah, always out looking for a handout. That's bite for you. Oh yeah, tacos, 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 tacos. Yeah, I've got some of those thick straws that I use for like when I make margaritas and stuff like that. Margaritas. There's Tracy. We were asking about you a little while ago. Where's Tracy? There you go, people. There's Tracy. I found her for you. Fajitas, they're good too. I always have problems finding nice sized flour tortillas. I like having a good breakfast burrito from time to time uh, at breakfast, coincidentally. And yeah, I don't know. The biggest you can find sometimes they're only, but that big. It's got to be 12 or 14 inches in diameter minimum. That can be hard to find sometimes. Disappointing. Yeah, at least 12 inches. Tracy's running errands. Okay. Got to share her with the errands. A biscuit? I don't know. I think a biscuit sounds more interesting. I don't know. Sometimes the autocorrect errors are funnier than the original. I just hear a story of Barbara Walters doing a story on Texas cuisine, or as Gilder Adner used to say, "Baba Wawa." Gilder Adner was awesome. That was quite a loss when she passed. Yeah, me too, Yuan. They aren't funny anymore. It's just making jokes that don't make people laugh. Watching Saturday Night Live now is like watching MTV and there's no music videos. Yeah, I mean, it was her, it was Jane Curtin, it was Dan Aykroyd, John Belushi. Who else was back in that? Lorraine Newman. Who am I missing? Chevy Chase. Yeah, right. Steve Martin, right. Bill Murray. Yeah, Belushi was the best. I know there's people that don't like Belushi. You talked to Jordan. Jordan's not a huge Belushi fan, but I don't know. He was great. We're just two wild and crazy guys. Remember them? Oh, did she? I didn't hear about that. Jim Belushi. Yeah, Jim Belushi's pretty cool too. Was Richard Pryor a regular on there or just a guest once in a while? I mean, I love Richard Pryor. He was great. And Chris Farley and Phil Hartman, they were both too great too, but they weren't part of that original cast. Yeah, yeah, I remember. I like Richard Pryor too. He was great. Yeah, I didn't think he was a regular. If we're thinking about the same Chevy Chase Richard Pryor one, was it the job interview? That one almost hurts to look at these days, but it's so funny to watch. I mean, it's just and too politically correct. Yeah, I'm really happy with how the desk turned out. Got it on today, and what I've decided I'm going to do is turn it into kind of the showcase of stuff. So all the best pieces are over there, and they're up at more at eye level too, so you can just stand there and look at them. Really cleaned that desk up too. The desk is a lot neater now. Because prior to that, it was just a place I dumped stuff. Yeah, you're right, Yvonne. PC did kill comedy. Except it isn't funny, Darth. Of course, neither is Saturday Night Live anymore, but White House has turned into a horror show. See, I promised you all those tomatoes will be gone before the end of the live stream. Only 4 more. Yeah, SCTV. I know John Candy and Martin Short. Yeah, they were great. Didn't Rick Moranis came onto that group too, or was that something else? Do I have a favorite mineral? It varies from time to time. Right now, I like that piece of moldavite that I got, just because, like pound for pound, it's probably my most valuable piece. It's just a little piece of green, looks like glass, about the size of a quarter, but it's pretty cool. So it's in my display case thing. I know it's really a shame, and that's the reason why everything was so bad is we can't laugh at anything anymore. Yeah, a nice piece of gold would be a cool piece of my collection. I would definitely snap that up if I could find a nice nugget. Yeah, I remember Fridays. I don't think I ever watched it a lot, but no, no corpses yet. That'd be an interesting thing to have, but we'll see. I do like that really big quartz cluster I have. That is one of my favorite pieces. I guess I saw something about the corpse flower. Yeah, I have a couple of opals. I like opals too. I think I have 3 of them right now. There's a website that I found online called Opal Trove, opaltrove.com, and they have hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of opals for sale. Yeah, we haven't jumped out of the camera on a live stream in a while. Let's go see if we can find that Opal Trove page here. Let's see. That's it. Yeah, okay, so here it is. So, all right. So let's hop over to Opal Trove here. This is a site. I got one of my opals here, and it is opaltrove.com, and you can basically just get like specimen grade opals here. I'll show you some of the stuff they got. Rough spot specimens. Usually, what they've got is you can kind of look at what you want. There's different ones, different sizes. 20 grams, 20 grams, 10 grams. Look at some of these. Let's get the page to load correctly here. Those are some beautiful, beautiful specimens there. That's one of the things I kind of like about this site is you can actually look at the opals and say which ones you want. See, that one looks really nice. Wait for the page to load here. Look at those. Those are beautiful. Look at that. Look at that green one in the upper left-hand corner there. That one's especially pretty. But even that one kind of on the bottom is kind of cool. Okay, let's see. Get them to load the page again. They got to work on their website a little bit. One of the things I sometimes do is you price them. Let's sort by highest price. Let's see. So let's start with 100 and go up to 1,000 and see what they got there. Or maybe that's as high as they go. Yeah, I guess that's as high as they go. They don't have any that are. Okay, here's jewelry grade opals. Let's look at that. Oh, look at those. Those are nice. Yeah, you never know where we're going to escape to on a live stream, huh? Oh, yeah, that one's a pretty one. Look at that. You have that for $96. All right, well, we're back. I got a nice desert rose too at the rock show last year, or a few months ago. Hey, Vianney. Yeah, you like them polished and cut? Yeah. See, I like them raw like that. Another tomato, fresh off the vine. Yes, it was very good. Are there any events in town you plan on attending this summer? I don't know. I'll play it by ear. Um, the city of Waco has a concert night in the park from time to time, and who knows? You know, the right people come up. I might go to that sometime. Like I said, I got to see the Commodores on the 4th of July a couple of years ago. It was amazing. The Commodores were amazing. Yeah, they were. It was a really good show. I'd forgotten how many songs that there was that they did that I knew, you know, Commodore 64. Well, that's almost as good. Yeah, Brick House, that was always a good one. I think one of my favorite Commodore songs was Night Shift, but they played all the hits. I have a secret YouTube page, just my personal stuff on it. If you have any idea where that is, that entire Commodores concert is on that page. I ain't telling you where though. You'll have to figure that out on your own. Got to start a little mystery here. Another tomato right off the vine. Yummy, yummy, yummy. I think I'm framed up right here. That's better. Still a little low, but that's okay. No, these tomatoes, that's as big as they get, but they're really sweet. I don't know what they're really good in, mineral and vitamin wise, but it doesn't matter. I just love them. They could be the worst thing in the world for me, and I'd still eat them. For the most part, they had a young guy that was there probably to replace Lionel Richie, but a couple of the members were original members. Good talking to you, Tracy. Glad you stopped by. I'm still running the website, but I don't really. I mean, I don't follow them that much anymore. I know I got a little overwhelmed with it. For the while, Guided by Voices would put out an album a year, and I'd keep up with it. And there were some side projects, but it got to the point where there wasn't enough time between one album and the next for me to actually really get to appreciate the album. So a lot of the stuff that kind of came towards the end of when I was a fan of them, I got just because I was a completist. I had to have everything, but it just got too much, and so had to back off. It was also a time where money was a bit of an issue. I didn't have as much expendable income, but I still follow them. I'm still friends with different members of the band on Facebook and follow what's going on. And I wouldn't rule out the possibility of going to a concert if there was one local. They don't play Waco though. That's the problem. Yeah, it's a little hard to have reunions when the band's dead, but you can just turn yourself into the Dead and Company. So while we're talking about bands, what's the first band everybody saw? I'll go first. First band I ever saw was Oingo Boingo. Great show. Saw them a number of times. They have a Halloween party every year at Irvine Meadows in California called the Dead Man's Party. Yeah, I still love my grapefruit juice. And it took a while, but I found some at HEB and they still make it and it's still good. No one got any first bands they want to share? Or you could do a band that you wish you had seen. Smashing Pumpkins, that's a band I'd love to see. They're still touring, so you could still do that. But Sha Na Na, huh? Okay. I remember them. Kind of a slow one today. We need to get Rhonda in here to pick up the conversation, keep it going. Pink Floyd is a band I wish I'd seen also. Was that your was that your first show or is that one you wish you'd seen? Roger Waters era Pink Floyd though. Iron Maiden, okay. Every time I hear Iron Maiden now, I think of that line from Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. Put them in the Iron Maiden. Iron Maiden, excellent. Execute them. Bogus. Prince, that's a good one. I wish I'd seen Prince. Especially around his prime. You know, Purple Rain, 1999, that was Prince's prime. He got a little too goofy, I think, at the end. But those are still Prince albums that I'll pull out and listen to every once in a while. Alice Cooper. Alice Cooper is another one I would like to see. Yeah, yeah. I still think like Purple Rain in 1999 were his pinnacle. My mom was always a huge Beach Boys fan. I guess I was when I was young, but I don't know. I knew a bunch of people who were like way into the Beach Boys, and so really couldn't help not be into them a little bit. But Moody Blues, okay, never saw them uh, or really put them high on my list. It's like, whoa, I got to see the Moody Blues. They had a few good songs. Ted Nugent with Aerosmith as his band, huh? That's cool. I do like it when I go to a show and they'll bring out some guest artists. Was sing something. Yeah, it was a Beastie Boys concert. I guess they brought out the lead singer of Tool, and they did a song together. I saw that online just recently. That was amazing. You wouldn't think I wouldn't think of the Beastie Boys as being something I'd normally be that into, but they actually were pretty cool. And I've always been a huge Tool fan. Yeah, I really can't see Alice Cooper being a much of a spokesman, but if somebody want, gets him in there and it works for him, then great. Yeah, I think I saw something about it being Ringo's birthday too. No, he still looks like Ringo. Yeah, I think Jordan did a vlog a couple years ago about Ringo getting a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame, and he got a Ringo Star cookie and gave it to me. I still have it. He said he gave it to me because he knew I'd keep it and save it rather than eating it. Yeah, never really been to a concert where the artist disrespected the audience like that. Happens to all of us, Yvonne. Part of life. Except for me, of course. I plan to live forever. Well, at least Keith Richards. I mean, that's just an ongoing joke. I like a few of the Stones songs, but I was never really that much of a Rolling Stones fan. Do I feel like a Texan yet? I don't know. I don't know if I'll ever feel like a Texan. I do love this place though, and I just realized that probably today is either today or yesterday is the 4 year anniversary of me moving into the house because I moved in uh, Fourth of July weekend. It was like a day or two after the Fourth of July, and that's now. So can you believe I've been in this place for 4 years? Yeah, see, I'm probably a little opposite of that. I would probably run that list backwards: Beatles and Animals, and then the Stones in terms of favorites. But that's okay. I'm not dissing the Stones. I think they have some great songs. Run out of time here. Better polish off my tomatoes. I think some of them probably do need the money though. I mean, that's why you keep seeing the reunion tours. That's probably part of it too, Yvonne. They like being on stage. Yeah, I'd love to see Paul McCartney. They'd play one of if he'd play one of these Fourth of July on the Brazos things. I'd definitely go to that. But probably everybody in Texas would go to that. I listened to Rod Stewart back in the day. I don't know. He didn't hold up too much as far as I'm concerned. Looks like an old lady now, huh? Kind of like Bruce Jenner. Also looks like an old lady. The meme that Jill Biden looks like Alice Cooper. Guess I haven't seen that one. I don't know. I'm moving away from the pool. I gotta admit, it's less and less likelihood that it'll come back. It's just, I what I used to do with it is I go out for my hikes on at night, and when I get home from the hike, it'd be a little hot and sweaty. It'd feel good to get in the pool. But I've done some hikes this year, and I have not once come home and said, "Gee, I wish I had a pool to jump into." But decision's not made yet. Let's get another ad popping up here in about 17 seconds. Probably another Biden ad. If it is, watch it. Notice how he says a sentence and then it's a cut, and then he says another sentence and it's a cut, and so it's cut, 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 cut. That's because he can't get through the whole thing in one take. Keep that in mind when you vote this time. I don't know how many of you actually saw a Biden ad, but I've been seeing they pop up quite a bit. Oh yeah, I know. And if you watch the playback of these live streams where I let YouTube set up the ad structure, you'd tune it out before 10 minutes because they have an ad like every 3 minutes on a 2 hour live stream. I'll spend, delete, 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 50, 60, 70 times because that's how many ads they'll throw into a 2 hour video like this. Well, unfortunately, that's all he has because he can't tout what he's done. He can't tout what he did with the economy. He can't tout his successes with illegal immigration or anything. He doesn't have anything to point to say, yeah, this is why you should vote for me. It's just a lying, racist dementia patient. No, I don't think that'll happen, Nancy. I think we're pretty safe. Well, it counts on the fact that the media won't cover his lies, and so his fans will never know that every word coming out of his mouth is a lie because the media will echo the same thing. Last tomato. Isn't even the most pro union senator in the running for president right now. Joe couldn't even defeat Trump in a debate, in a staged debate with no audience, his handpicked moderators running defense for him. He still couldn't accomplish anything. Couldn't get any traction. He needs to be in a dementia ward. Anyway, I think I put in my time today, so we're going to pull the plug on this one. I'm going to go check out, see if we have any rocks so we can take off of their hands and see what happens. And I'll catch you again next week. So thanks everyone for watching. I'll see you next time. Good night.